Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. My name is Joe Buck. That's the Hall of Famer. Glad to have you with us.
You're listening to Last Place Lectures, presented by Sucking at Fantasy Football.
Alrighty. Welcome back to episode 2, season 1, episode 2 of Last Place Lectures. I got my Tyrod Taylor hat on again. And on me, or not on me, I wish he was on me. Joining me is my LeBron defender, Brett Messmer.
Dick Rider, Brett Messmer. Yeah, LeBron Dick Rider, you can say it. Yeah, I've been on the LeBron train forever. Used to regularly ruin family gatherings if anybody ever wanted to say anything bad about LeBron. My brother or my dad, obviously, or in any bar scenario that anybody wanted to talk shit about him, I would, get shit heated if I had to. So I'm here for it forever.
Where
So, yeah.
and where does that stem from? Like, obviously, yeah, it keeps zooming in. It's kind of cool.
Whoa.
Like,
Where does it stem from? So I actually, like, early on, I grew up with this kid that fucking loved LeBron. Like when he was like at the Cavs, like when I was too young to even watch basketball, and I was like, he loved him so much that he kind of made me hate him, So
yeah,
then I was kind of like a Kobe and then like a Kevin Durant guy. But then I, watched basketball and paid attention. I was like, this guy's fucking the truth.
yeah,
Um, and it just kind of went from there. And then it's just kind of like you see a 300-pound man at Miami do what he did there and average more than anyone and lead.
Was he 300
Um,
pounds? Is that true?
so he was listed at like 240 or 250, but they said that LeBron gained weight during games. He would get heavier during the game because it wasn't as hard as his workouts. So he would have to work to keep his weight down because he gained so much muscle and just put on weight so easily because he's an alien.
Yeah,
So they said in the Miami, like his 4 years in Miami, he was like around like he would start the season like light and he would end heavier. Um, but
that's crazy.
I think he was like 270 in the first finals that he won with Miami or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
Which,
How?
you look at Zion and he's a fucking fat ass and he's
Yeah,
around that weight too. He's like when he was really fat, he was like 260, 280, and he's like 3 inches shorter than LeBron. And so like I can see it.
yeah. Did you ever own a pair of LeBron's?
Yes.
Because you are a well-known sneakerhead, correct?
Yes. Never in high school. Um, even though those were the cool ones, but my first pair of LeBrons, I got at Shields on the sale rack. They were
Oh yeah,
the soldiers with the 3 straps.
yeah.
They were blue and white, ugly as fuck, but I wore them for like it was my freshman year of college at BSC, and I would wear them for like the league nights and shit like that and open gyms and stuff. Loved them until it was crazy. It was super hard to get on and off,
Yeah,
but it was crazy how well they held your foot in place with just 3 straps. But
yeah,
once they got worn out and like the sole started slipping on the inside, then they were like kind of unwearable.
yeah.
But they were awesome. And then I did wear a pair. I had a pair in high school and I customized them and they were ugly. Yeah, I still have those actually. They were like I made them black and teal and like a purplish pinkish because in high school we could wear whatever shoes we wanted and I made mine crazy on purpose and they were always ugly.
The LeBron's being on sale at the Bismarck Shields is the least surprising thing ever. They're
Yeah.
probably like, get these out of here. Like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
let's put up some like who was like fire for the Vikings at the time. They're like, let's stock we need to stock more jerseys of Jared Allen or someone.
Yeah.
That's probably too early.
Yeah.
But so yeah, you are from North Dakota. You
From
played
North Dakota.
basketball for a year or like a semester in Bismarck and then transferred to North Dakota State.
No, I was supposed to. Coach got fired, whole thing, didn't play.
Okay.
But I would practice with the team.
Okay.
So I was
So
friends
you
with
do
all the
have
hoopers.
some, yeah, you have some credible ball knowledge. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yes. Yep. And then I lived 2 doors down from the NDSU basketball team. All the start like there was 3-3, so the starting five, starting six players.
Yeah.
And that was the team that went to the March Madness tournament as a 16 seed and took Zion and RJ Barrett's Duke. Um, they were winning at halftime,
Yeah.
NDSU. So those boys, I would get their weed and roll their blunts for and stuff like that. I don't know if I should say that on a thing that also Christian Watson, I've rolled blunts for Christian Watson at their parties. So used to have a Snapchat, but he obviously changed it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, some ball knowledge for sure. I spent my time at NDSU at the tutoring center for chemistry, and then I'd go straight from there across the street to the wellness and play basketball for like 4 hours, and that was pretty much all I did. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start with this? Do you just want to dive into like LeBron? I don't know. So I guess I should preface too. I think LeBron is the GOAT as well, but for the sake of this argument, I'll try to play devil's advocate to the best of my ability. I don't know if
Okay.
my
Yep.
friend Jack, if I'll record him separately, but I guess he's pretty passionate about Michael Jordan
Oh,
being
really?
better than LeBron, but maybe after him watching this, he'll change his mind.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah, we
so
could,
I
I don't
guess,
know,
yeah.
start
Well,
from the beginning, however you want to do it.
I mean, if we start at the beginning, LeBron made varsity as a freshman, right?
Yep.
MJ didn't. Scrub.
Yep. Cut from the team.
Yeah, and like I feel I don't. I guess I obviously wasn't, or LeBron was in high school in the early 2000s, so I don't remember any of it. But now, like high school kids and even middle school kids, it's so blown out of proportion with AU and stuff. Like, there's always
Yeah.
hype around someone, but it feels
Yep.
like LeBron was the first of high schoolers to have like crazy, crazy hype, where it literally
Yeah.
was like he is going to be the face of the NBA, from what I understand.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, he started as a freshman. They went undefeated, and they went undefeated, won state when he was a freshman. He won state tournament MVP as a freshman, averaged 18 points, like 4-4 or 4-8 or something
Yeah,
as a freshman. And then which was crazy in Ohio, good ball in Ohio. And and then from there he went into AAU after having a crazy freshman season, nobody really knowing who he is. Went into AAU and hooped his freshman to sophomore year and gained a shit ton of attention. So that next year, his sophomore year, they moved like most of their home games to the University of Akron because
yeah,
to accommodate all the people coming to watch him.
yeah.
So that's just freshman to sophomore year. And then he goes sophomore year, they lose one game, win state tournament MVP again. He's the first ever sophomore to be named to the USA Today All-Star, like country All-Star team. First
Yeah.
ever sophomore to do it. Um, and then what else? And then another AAU season. And then he was like, then he was touted as like, that's when everyone's like, holy fucking shit, he's a man child, everything like that. And then going into his junior year, every game was at the University of Akron, and senior year, both years, University of Akron. I don't think they won state his junior year, but that's when he made it on the Sports Center or cover of Sports
Sports
Illustrated,
Illustrated. Yeah.
where he's like making the funny face or whatever, and called it that's where like the chosen one came from. That was like the headline on the front page. And that year, ESPN2 nationally televised their games, and you could pay-per-view. You could buy pay-per-view for I wrote it down, 7.95 for their games, for
That's
like their big
crazy.
games. So as a junior, he's got this much pull.
Yeah.
And then again, USA Today first team All-American. and he was the first ever junior Gatorade Player of the Year, National Gatorade Player of the Year,
Damn.
which is crazy. And then his senior year, um, again, I don't think they went undefeated, but they won state. And then he's the first and maybe only ever USA Today first team, whatever. So he has three. He's the only one that's ever had three. And then he was Gatorade Player of the Year again, so two in a row. So obviously first ever because he was the first ever to have a junior. And then he got the Chosen One tattoo tattooed on his back, which is so fucking gangster, I think. That's so fucking hard. Like, first ever tattoo, Chosen One, big as shit across your shoulders at like 17 years old. Like, that's
Yeah.
so tough. Um, and yeah, won state that year
Yeah.
with like some scrubs too, kind of.
I
Rich
was
Paul.
gonna say
Rich Paul was on the
the
team.
the like there's a documentary. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it follows like his entire high school career and just kind of like
Yeah,
his stardom. But it's cool seeing who he played with. Like some dudes are pretty like I think they went on and played, D2, D1, but then some kids were just like
yeah,
I don't know, like okay to good varsity basketball players,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah,
And he's
which is
playing with all of
insane.
them now, which is really cool. He's like still best buddies with all of them.
Yeah, they're all set because he's just like, yeah, you guys got me here,
Yeah,
which is sick.
yeah,
But really he got them there because as we've seen with most of his teams, like it's him and then, Zildronis Ilgauskas in the
yeah.
finals,
Which
you know.
that's now I guess we'll shift towards his NBA career because he obviously skipped college, and I feel like that part of his career is the most underrated. Is like the success he had with legit scrubs,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
legit scrubs. And
His best in the first like 4 years when he went to the finals, his third or fourth year of his career, his best teammate was Mo Williams, who's like a 5'11" guard, one-time All-Star,
yeah,
and that's crazy. They did maybe, they might have got swept in that finals, but what do you do? He was
yeah,
22. He
yeah. How old was he?
he was 22 in his first finals appearance.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And there was a game against the Celtics or the Spurs where they were down like 20 points in the fourth quarter and they came back to win it in double overtime and he had 29 of their 30 final points.
Yeah,
Insane. And all of them buckets, you know what I mean? Like contact, fadeaways, crazy shit. But I don't want to get ahead of the craziest part of how in between high school and the league, first of all, he skips it, but the alleged, back to Michael Jordan, the alleged game against all the All-Stars when he was in high school.
oh yeah,
And which there's apparently footage that won't come out because Michael Jordan has bought the rights to it and deleted it because he was putting buckets on everybody's head at like 16, 17 years old,
yeah,
which is crazy. And then he gets drafted first overall over the reigning national champion Carmelo Anthony. Took Syracuse to the to the Natty, won it.
yeah,
Um, over Dwayne Wade, who took his team to the Final Four, and over TJ Ford, who was the college basketball player of the year. He went over all of those guys and Chris Bosh, big prospect, everyone. And
yeah,
he's in fucking high school and he's making them look bad.
yeah. Who that class was loaded, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably the best, one of the best top tens there's ever been. Easily the best top five just because of LeBron, Wade, and Melo. And
Yeah,
then who was second overall? Some bum. Remember that? There was like one guy who was like a complete
top five
uh
was it went LeBron, Darko Milicic,
yep, yep,
Melo, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, which is crazy. I guess I didn't realize it went Bosh and then D Wade. So then
yep.
later, obviously, when they all met up in Miami, that's crazy.
That's an insane team, yeah.
Yeah, other notable picks: Kyle Korver, Mo Williams, Zaza Pachulia, Bucks legend,
Hmm. Yep,
and David West.
yep.
Yeah,
So not the most insane, but just the very top heavy does it
yeah. And
for you.
LeBron's the is he the oldest player in the league right now? Because he was
Oh
the
yeah.
last from that draft class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a gap of like 4 years or something where it's his draft class. He's the only one there, and then like everybody for like 4 or 5 years is retired, and all of the draft class is behind him, and then there's like a couple other old guys,
Yeah. Yeah. And
which
I
is
mean,
crazy.
I guess we're kind of going out of timeline now. And like up until kind of this year, which I mean, I don't watch that much NBA. Like I haven't watched that much this
Yeah,
year, but like I feel like from what I've heard, like he obviously broke that streak this year of having 10 points, which is kind of an irrelevant stat, but also a pretty impressive one if you think about it.
insane.
So I feel like his longevity has been insane, and this is kind of like the year where, like last year, I feel like he was still putting up consistent productive numbers, and now
Yeah,
it's like productive numbers, but not as consistently. But as to be
he's
expected in his 22nd year.
he's averaged 20, 25, 20, 24, 23. I think he's averaged 25, 7 and 7 all the way up until last year. So
Yeah,
for 20 years, he was giving you almost a triple double,
yeah,
which is insane.
he's like a Toyota Corolla or like
Yeah.
a Toyota Camry. He'll just keep
Yep.
going.
Just changes oil and he's
Yeah,
fine. Never had a huge injury.
yeah, which is
You know,
that's. I mean,
it's
I
a
guess
brand.
Jordan didn't really have a, at least that I know of, like a major injury. You
Yeah,
know,
the only reason Jordan really missed time was because he quit for a while because he
yeah,
got his dad killed.
yeah,
What did I say? What was that?
because he wanted to go focus on baseball.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah, which
Um,
multi-sport athlete. LeBron, I mean, was a beast at football in high school. I feel like he definitely that's
yep.
there's always that debate. Like, if he truly wanted to, he could have been on an NFL roster.
Yeah. Yeah. He would have been a big ass dude on an NFL roster.
Like a
I feel
big
like that's what would have held him up, is he would have
his
gotten
height.
injured in college or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's too big.
yeah,
But freak athletes will do what freak athletes do.
yeah,
I have zero doubt that he would have been there.
yeah. Um, fuck.
So his first playoff appearance was his rookie year. Jordan didn't do that. Jordan didn't do that for like 5 or 6 years or something, or like until, or no, he might have made it. I don't know. But Jordan didn't win a playoff series until he got Scottie Pippen on his team.
Yeah, okay. So, or unless you're gonna keep going. So let's
No, all
that's
you.
so let's get into like he does. I mean, how many rings does he have?
Four.
Not as many as Jordan.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
rebuttal against that? That's
So the man went to 8 straight finals, 9 total. Went to 8 straight finals. He only won four. So he's four for bad at math, whatever. Four for nine, whatever.
yeah,
Um, you gonna discredit the guy for going to the finals 9 times in what was it, 11 or 12 years?
yeah,
Just because, how many times? So first year he went, he was 22 years old with Mo Williams and Zildronis Ilgauskas, right? Going up against, was it the Spurs? Yeah, going up against the Spurs, who were one of the best teams of all time, right? They had 3 or 4 unreal players with the greatest coach of all time leading them, right? Like they
yeah,
played like you watch those highlights and it's like it's beautiful basketball and then a fucking hooper against them.
yeah,
Really good basketball with a bunch of 89 rated players that share the ball against one 99 rated player and a bunch of 73s.
yeah,
You can only go so far with that, in 2K terms. But so that one's tough to discredit him. He was young, he made it there. He was in the playoffs like every year. And then I think where a lot of his hate comes from is, so he wins MVP 2 years in a row, his last 2 years at the Cavs, right? And the Cavs kind of tried to get him players. They got him Shaq when Shaq was a corpse. They got him uh Gerald Wallace? No. Another big who was at the end of his career. Like they got him some players, but they were all dead. Like they
Yeah.
were all over with and done. They had nothing left. And then so like and he still did shit with them. He still made it to the finals with them. So he was trying to put on for his hometown. But I think what killed him the most is he does the decision, right? He goes and does the decision, an hour-long national televised thing to say that he's leaving, right?
Yeah.
And Cleveland erupts. They're burning his jerseys, they're slandering his name, they're like vandalizing his family's houses and shit like that. And then he goes to Miami that next year and plays like shit in the finals, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like the year before, he was averaging in the playoffs and whatever, he was averaging like 26, and then he averaged 17 points. So, like, still not a bad average, but if you're supposed to be the best, like that, you can't drop 10 points average and
Yeah.
only have 3 points in the deciding game of the finals, in the fourth quarter. So, I think those like the decision, leaving, and then um not performing the next year when you make it to the finals when you're promising everything. I think that is what really started the hate. It was like a year gap or a year period of LeBron slander,
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna leave, you're gonna be not loyal, you're gonna go join the super team, and you're gonna, like promise all this shit. Played crazy all year long. Like remember when the Heatles started? Like that year was nuts. They
Yeah.
were insane. But then they just they just lost, right? They just
Yeah.
fucking lost that first year. And he played bad. And I think that is what everybody stands on. He's lost a bunch of finals, and that first year he just created this villain that wasn't winning as the bad guy, right? He
Yeah.
was like in the final, well, he won all the way to the finals, but then fucking played like shit. So then everyone's like, oh, he's trash, he's not clutch. When he has, I think, the most clutch points out of any NBA player ever in the last minute or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think the leaving thing is the biggest. Like think of someone that was that dominant and brought their teams to success or to the verge of championships and then was like, you know what? It's not going to work out for me or here. Like
Yeah.
I got to go. It would be like if Josh Allen, who
Yeah.
hasn't won a Super Bowl but has been like elite and has
Yeah.
gotten him almost to that point, or like Joe Burrow, who's gotten to a Super Bowl. If he was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go to wherever, to like
Right.
finally win one. Which honestly, the saving grace for that argument then for LeBron was when KD went to the Warriors, because
Yep.
that was off his back then, because it was like, oh my God, KD's going to the Warriors. Like, well,
Yeah.
that's 10 times worse than what LeBron did.
Yeah. Katie's been the ultimate snake. And he's done it so much that he's almost escaped all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Like he
I feel like, yeah, I don't know. For some reason, people don't, maybe because he hasn't been as elite as LeBron,
yeah.
but people don't hate on him as much, or maybe they do. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. A little off topic, but I think Kevin Durant is the greatest scorer, bucket getter there's ever been in ever.
yeah,
LeBron is obviously the best, but or the greatest, but I think nobody can score like Kevin Durant is because he's 7 feet tall and he plays like a point guard,
yeah, it's
you
crazy.
know? Like he can get a bucket from anywhere. I think best scorers of all time go Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, okay, hot take, and then probably Kobe, and then LeBron because he has all the points.
Yeah,
But as just like offensive prowess, you can't beat those top three. They're fucking crazy.
yeah,
But yeah, Kevin Durant bouncing around kind of saved him, but also just like adds to look what LeBron started, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
When he's by no means the first person to leave and go to a super team.
No,
Kevin Garnett,
yeah, for real. Yeah, he was
he
the
was at
first. Yeah, he
yeah,
left dog shit Minnesota, which actually Kevin Garnett was the one to do it before LeBron. He took them to a final or to a Western Conference Finals, and
yep,
then I don't know how many years after he's like, yeah, peace out, I'm going to Boston,
yep,
and then won it all.
yep. And you can go back
He
more
actually had a miniature LeBron tour. He like Minnesota to Boston, and then I don't know if he went to the Nets then after that, but then
Yep.
to like
Yep.
finish his career, we might run
He
out of
went.
time. Went back to Minnesota.
Yeah. Where he's in the stand. Trash ass. I can't say that word, but yeah. Great clip. We're gonna run out of time, you said?
Or if it ends, we'll just start the next one.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. But yeah, what were we talking about?
I don't know. Let's see what.
Oh, well then, so first finals got swept. Second finals went to like, oh, there it went. Oh no, you're not frozen. Second one went, played terrible, lost. Third wins league MVP, wins the finals, beats with who do they? I think the Celtics. They beat the Celtics the next year, and then wins finals MVP. And then the year after that, with the Heat, does the same thing, wins MVP, finals MVP, wins again, and I think that was the Ray Allen shot,
mhm.
his second finals. And then the year after that, they did not win, but they were there. I think his fourth year there is when they lost to Dirk, which that was crazy.
Yeah.
Dirk washed Jason Kidd, and I think they had JJ Barrera guarding LeBron. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah. But from there,
Shout out Dirk. Maybe Dirk's the GOAT if he was able to take down LeBron with that crew.
bro, he might be
Greatest foreign player of all time.
no, Jokic already hasn't beat.
Yeah, that's fair. Or
But
Giannis. Giannis, I feel like is better than Dirk. Maybe not.
well, maybe. I don't think so. I think if you're I don't know. Giannis is pretty fucking good. That finals was crazy. He scored 50. He had a 50-point triple double
If
and
you're
a
talking of
fucking
top bucket or like offensive scorers, when that dude has the ball and he just puts his head down, it's like Derrick
yeah.
Henry, like on the 1 yard
Yeah.
line.
He literally took LeBron's Miami. Just I'm bigger than you. I'm going to put you into the fucking pad of the hoop and I'm gonna
Yeah,
dunk and
yeah,
everyone's gonna laugh at you. He took that plus 4 inches of height and made it crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I gotta look. Um, I forgot who he played. Bad fake LeBron fan. I forgot who he played all the times. Oh, they beat the Thunder. That's right. His first one, he beat the Thunder with the big three at the Thunder.
Oh yeah,
His first one he lost to the Spurs 0-4 or 0-4 because they were better. Tim
yeah,
Duncan and Ginobili and all them. And then he lost to the Mavericks, which that is when Dirk beat him, 2011. That's when all the criticism came because it's like
yeah,
you're gonna lose to only Dirk and a
yeah,
bunch of other old white dudes, and play terrible. And then he won MVP, Finals MVP, beat the shit out of the Thunder, young Kevin Durant, all those guys. And then they beat the Spurs again, beat Kawhi. That's where that clip comes out where he's at the free throw line and he was cooking, goes to the free throw line and they sub Kawhi in and he turns around and he goes, "Oh fuck." That that makes Kawhi's one of my favorite players ever. He's so fucking good. And then they got almost swept by the Spurs. They lost one. They won one game against the Spurs the next year. And that was Kawhi's first ring. And then Tim Duncan like retired like that year, or the next year after that, I think. Yeah. And then he goes to Cleveland, goes all the way to the finals, loses to the Warriors. But they lost 1-2, lost 4, and that's when Kyrie was injured. So I think it was Kyrie and Kevin Love both got injured in that finals. So that's where Matthew Dellavedova was locking up Curry,
yeah,
but Curry was still averaging like 25, 28 points. And that year, LeBron was the only player ever to get finals MVP votes on a losing team.
yeah,
And Andre Iguodala got finals MVP because LeBron held him to averaging 35, 12, and like 11. He was the
yeah,
first player ever to like average a triple double in the finals. And they still almost fucking won every one of those games, you
Yeah.
know? And then they came back, beat the Warriors, come back 3-1, that whole saga. Him and Kyrie both put up 40 points in the last game or whatever.
Yeah.
That was a crazy finals. That was so awesome to watch.
I feel like in the biggest argument for Jordan, and it's like I feel like it's almost the I guess the Warriors would be the closest thing to, like, the Warriors had a true dynasty.
Yeah.
And like LeBron was never on a like dynasty team. A couple years in Miami there, but like MJ had two three-peat seasons. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
But there hasn't been a team since that's done that, and I don't know if that speaks to the Bulls as a whole more than like Michael Jordan's efforts, but
Right.
that's the thing that I think he holds definitely over LeBron, and it's kind of like the Tom Brady versus, some people say Aaron Rodgers. No, you definitely say Aaron Rodgers, or like whoever the most talented quarterback ever would to be, maybe
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes or whatever, but because like the Patriots had a fucking dynasty, the Bulls definitely had a dynasty.
Yeah.
I don't know. LeBron was never on one of those. Truly.
Well, to hit all of those points you just talked about, LeBron is just the dynasty, right? You talk about like NBA dynasties. It's the Magic and the Lakers way back in the day. Those were dynasties.
Yeah.
And then you got the Spurs when Pop was there.
Yeah.
They're a dynasty. And then kind of Kobe and Shaq, or just Kobe at the Lakers. Even though like they went to a bunch, right? Kobe won 5, Shaq won 6, I think. Like that's a dynasty.
Yeah.
Uh, Even though it was a little bit more spread out, but Kobe won back to back, right? Yeah, Kobe won back to back. And then after that it's LeBron wherever he is a dynasty. And then the Warriors, they're a dynasty because they were there for 4 or 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's the Warriors, right? Like the big three at the Warriors plus Kevin Durant, plus or minus Kevin Durant, and then wherever the fuck LeBron is playing and
Yeah.
whoever's on his team, it
Yeah.
didn't matter. He was there with his big with the he still won games by himself against him.
Yeah.
So like you talk about Jordan, again, he never made it past the first round until Scottie fucking Pippen came on his team.
Yeah.
And they gave him players, right? Like they brought him Horace Grant, I'm pretty sure, before Scotty. Like it wasn't until like the workhorse came to their team. Jordan always led his team in the league and everything in scoring. But if you look at all of those finals, it's Jordan scoring, and then every other statistical category that is leading, it's Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Rebounds, assists, blocks, steals. I'm almost positive that 4 out of the 6, Scottie Pippen has all of them.
Yeah.
Jordan obviously is going to score the points. He is Jordan. I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not like LeBron has led multiple finals, both teams in every statistical category.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. Even with those Miami teams, I feel like D Wade was up there on assists and Bosh
Yeah.
was probably up there on rebounds. Like that was the close. Like that was kind of a super team, but I don't know. They had Anchorage legend Mario Chalmers on that team too.
Yep. Yep. Shout out. I was at a sandwich shop one time and these old heads were talking about how good Mario Chalmers was in high school and I scooted over and listened to him for a while. It was pretty funny. Oh yeah. But well with LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh, their his first finals win, he he led he led in every statistical category.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That's when he was 270
Yeah.
playing fucking basketball, hitting his head on the
Crazy.
backboard. Yeah. Um but yeah, and also Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback of all time. Tom
Yeah.
Brady is the GOAT. You can't take that away from him. He's the GOAT. The man won, right?
So then is so
He
then
had help in the front office. That's the
so then
difference, I believe.
with that same, like using those same metrics, is Jordan the GOAT then since he won?
No, because LeBron still has more finals appearances.
Yeah.
Yes, he hasn't won as many, but he has more finals appearances. He's the leading scorer of all time. He's third overall in assists. He's fourth overall in rebounds. He's like 12th in steals. Um, so like, and when I
Okay.
there we go. So on those metrics, that's always what in the heated debates that I've always had, right? In the heated arguments, it's always been that, right? Like it's like, yeah, but he won more. He won more. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, when I compare the two, LeBron and whatever, so Aaron Rodgers, I'm saying is the best. He's
Yeah.
just the most skilled quarterback, right? Like you look at his turnover to touchdown ratio and completion ratio, everything like that. Like Tom Brady's the GOAT because he did it all, right? Like he won everything everywhere. And right, but like it's a lot different in basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
is completely different.
It's a lot different. Like Jordan's not the GOAT because he needed help everywhere. And his stats, like he like yeah, I'm getting sweaty thinking about it. um LeBron's the best, the GOAT strictly on eye test. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You watch him, you see that he's leading every single category. He's bigger. He's as big as the biggest guy in the court. He might not be as strong, but he's faster than that guy. And he's as fast as the fastest guy in the court, and he's stronger than that guy.
Yeah.
Right? Like he'll score. He's started at 1 through 4 or 1 through 5 his entire career, wherever you need him. You put a team full of LeBrons on a court compared to a team full of anybody else, the LeBron team's gonna win.
Yeah.
You know, that right there might be the biggest argument I've ever, or the like the best scenario to ever think about is you take 5 of one player and 5 of another player. You do it on 2K if you want.
Yeah.
I would assume you run a few seasons, the LeBron team's gonna fucking win most of them
Yeah.
just because of his athleticism and his size and his speed and his basketball IQ is insane.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good segue. So this is some of the Brett obviously came prepared with the stats, and as you should, because you are the LeBron defender.
That's
So
me.
these are a couple hypothetical like teams that I want to know. I want to know who this team could beat. So who could team one, LeBron James, Hawk Tuah Girl, the Rizzler, and Elon Musk beat? Could they beat? Oh no, sorry, I
Would
forgot. I forgot one person. LeBron, Hawk Tuah Girl, the Rizzler, Elon Musk, and a random Midwest AU basketball ref. So you
ref,
have,
okay.
yeah, a referees and a Midwest guy. So he's chunky.
He
He's wearing like Reebok Zig Tech things.
But his drop step fadeaway is
His money.
unreal.
So he's
Yeah.
got one guy that's kind of competent,
He'll give him 6 points.
maybe.
Hmm.
So who could they beat? Could they beat like could they beat a a D1 high school team? Could they beat like maybe they couldn't even beat them? Could they beat a D3 college team? Like who could they match up with? Who could they beat?
Depending on the year, they could probably beat the Shanghai Sharks.
LeBron is in his prime in all of these. That's what.
Yep.
And
So
so and
what I
so is Hawk
need,
Tuah Girl. Hawk Tuah Girl's also
that's
in
what
the
I was just
prime
gonna
for
say. What I
basketball.
need from the other ones
Yeah.
is I just need defensive movement. You don't have to be good. I just need you moving, right?
Yeah.
Hawk Tuah better be laced up. She better be on her fitness kick. She better be moving, right?
Yeah.
She better be doing some box jumps and some shuffles. The Rizzler is gonna be he, you know, that's gonna be the
He played in the Knicks
yeah, and he
celebrity
couldn't get the
game.
ball to the rim from the free throw line.
Yeah. So he's a problem.
So that's a liability there. There's a hole in the team right there. Elon Musk, he's gotten kind of jacked. You know, he was
Yeah.
gonna fight fucking Jeff Bezos or whoever he was gonna have a
I
fight
was
with.
thinking of doing Bezos or Zuckerberg, but I was like they're too athletic.
Yeah.
Like of the three multi-billionaire nerds, I feel like Elon's the least coordinated.
Thing about Elon, do we get his money? You know?
No,
Does his money come along?
you already have
Because
LeBron's money.
okay, well it's pretty similar.
And
Not
Hawk Tuah
really,
girl.
but kind of.
Hawk Tuah coin went crazy, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah,
she's rich.
and then she almost went to fucking federal prison for it.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think we're beating many. I think any team I think we're beating most high school teams. Probably not a whole lot of Minnesota high school teams.
Yeah,
None of those none of the like Cade and them,
yeah,
that Monteverde. I think they're getting us mostly because they're just gonna let LeBron score.
yeah,
They're gonna put four on LeBron,
yeah,
and then they're gonna just put somebody under the rim. So lock down LeBron, and LeBron's still gonna get 30 on him.
yeah. Oh,
He's still
easily.
gonna get 30, 40. But I think he's going to get tired. I
Yeah,
think third quarter rolls around, LeBron's going to be tired. So tough hypothetical with the Rizzler. He's really holding me up. Hawk Tua might, especially with some high school boys, she might be a distraction. You get her like boxing people out. We might have some subs early. Need to go sit down, tuck it in. Um, but other than that, I don't know. We're def any single North Dakota basketball team. That's a You don't need the other guys on this. You just need somebody to pass him the ball after, on an inbounds.
yeah,
Other than that, like we're good. But yeah, like a Taiwan semi-pro league, I think we can get someone maybe,
damn.
or like
Okay,
a
well,
Thailand semi-pro league.
how about this team? LeBron,
Yep.
Sean White, Shohei
Ooh.
Ohtani, Michael
Ooh.
Phelps, and Usain Bolt.
Wait.
So
Michael
these are
who?
Michael Phelps,
You said Michael Phelps, and I was about to take your America card away from you.
Michael Phillips.
Yeah.
I probably did
So it
say
was Shohei Ohtani, Michael Phelps, Sean White, and who was the last one?
Usain Bolt. So they're
Now we're
all
working with something
they're
there.
all the greatest athletes in their sport.
Yep. Yep. Have these guys is there any training? Like do we get like a preseason? Do we get like a training camp with any of them?
No, it's just like we're just gonna play, 21, like
Oh, okay.
or
If
not
we're just
21,
playing
but
21,
21's different. But we're playing whatever. We're just playing like a pickup
if
game.
we're playing to 11, make it take it, and we
Well,
get
that's
and LeBron gets ball first.
yeah.
I don't
Um,
know.
we're playing
You
an
run one of
organized
these
game. Yeah,
organized game. I don't know. Usain Bolt, you just either you have him
he's
rebounding because
pretty
he's
tall too, I
explosive.
think.
Yeah, he's like 6'3", I think, or six
Yeah,
two. But we're playing res ball if
yeah,
Usain Bolt's on my team.
yeah,
You put Michael Phelps underneath. He's a big, strong boy, right? He'll box out. Sean White, he's not going to help much. He's going to bring the vibes, at least. But you put Usain Bolt on the outside, and you say every time the ball goes up, you run. I think Usain gets us 12 points on fast break,
yeah,
at least. And if he can shoot a free throw, I think we could take. We're not beating an NBA team. We'd mop up most WNBA teams. Sorry about it. Um, and that's mostly just because of the post prowess of LeBron.
yeah,
If Michael Phelps or anybody can just get the ball down low, I think we're good there. LeBron will give you 40 on drop steps right over top of Angel Reese.
yeah.
Please give me that. Um, I think we could probably beat a JUCO team like
How,
BSC. I think we
how
could
about like
beat
a
BSC,
yeah? Okay,
bad JUCO team.
yeah.
A lot of high school teams.
Essentially,
They
in all of these, like these last two teams, it's just like they need to be able to play defense. And I think this
Yeah.
team could play like Sean White could probably like kind of guard someone. Like if you play
Oh
zone,
yeah,
it's like just
absolutely.
like get out here and put your hand up. Like don't
Yeah,
get absolutely torched.
yeah. I think Usain Bolt is. I he was in a NBA All-Star game once,
Really?
and he dunked it. I'm pretty sure, but
Yeah,
he
he's a stud.
obviously can't dribble,
No.
so he needs to be catch 1-2 up.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I like that team.
Okay. Well, how about
Okay.
this team? I'm pretty sure all of these guys, they're all NFL players, and I think they all played Division 1 basketball. So LeBron,
Okay.
Jimmy Graham, Julius
Oh,
Peppers, Devontae
oh,
Adams, and DeAndre Hopkins.
oh man, we could beat like the 19. We could probably beat the 1974 fucking Celtics
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins? And
Dude,
Julius Peppers is legit. Like,
Jimmy Graham. Jimmy
yeah,
Graham played D1 college basketball.
I think all these guys did.
Devontae
Devontae,
Adams did?
I don't. Devontae might not have, but I know he was a beast, and he still is like a hooper.
Yeah,
DeAndre Hopkins played for like half a season at Clemson.
right. I've
Jimmy
seen the
Graham played at
pictures.
Miami, right?
Yep.
And then Julius Peppers also, I think he played at Georgia Tech maybe or something like that for
Yep.
like half a season or maybe a season.
I think I don't think we're making the playoffs in the league, but we're not getting swept every game.
Yeah,
I think
no
we
way
could.
you'd make the playoffs.
Yeah, no way. But those guys they're big bodies.
Yeah, I mean
All of them are big bodies. All of them
they're
are super
all.
athletic.
I'm pretty sure they're all pro at some point. You know,
Julius Peppers at the 4 would go crazy,
yeah,
you know? Fuck, that's a good lineup. It was Peppers, Graham, Devontae Adams. Who was the last one?
DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, DeAndre is gonna be a good 2 or 3. LeBron have to play the 5. That's all right. That's fine.
Yeah,
He'll play the 5 and the 1. Defend the 5, play the 1 just so we can get the ball across half court. Yeah, I don't think we're losing to any high school teams.
no, 100, no.
No. Just sheer mass,
Yeah.
you know?
Although I guess
Like,
when I say that, like our high school like view is pretty tainted being from
yeah,
Wisconsin. Like you
being
see
from
some
North
of the
Dakota, it's
like could they
terrible.
beat IMG essentially, or like Mater Day or whatever those are?
Depends on what year it is.
Yeah. I feel like they're so much bigger. Like these are grown ass men.
Yeah. That is like the biggest thing. So like those teams, right? Like they're playing good ass basketball, but you get a LeBron that's, you know, 40 to 70 pounds heavier than whoever's guarding him, and everybody on the team is 20 to 50 pounds heavier than
Yeah.
whoever's guarding him. Like those boys, and then we got a bunch of football players, right? We know how football players play defense. Those boys aren't going to be ready for that.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to get some turnovers. They're going to get some easy ones. They're going to shoot a lot of free throws. But that might be the holdup. We're going to end up playing with it's going to go down to like 2 or 3 players by the fourth quarter. It's going to be 3-on-5,
Yeah.
just like junior high where everybody's fouling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one.
Then the last one, how many Bretts would it take to beat LeBron?
To beat LeBron?
Yeah. Like how many
One.
Bretts would it you say so first one to 11, how many Bretts half court would it take to beat one LeBron?
Half court. How many? What are we playing to? 11, you said?
11 ones and twos.
How tight's he playing defense on the guy with the ball? I don't know. Right now, Brett, a
Yeah.
lot. I need a
Yeah.
lot of me because I can't move right now. 4 years ago, Brett, probably 5.
Yeah, this is your prime. Yeah.
Probably 4 or 5 of us.
I
I
was
think
gonna
we could
say
get
I
him.
would need like probably at least 10.
Yeah.
And my stipulation is the game has to one, both of us, LeBron and myself, both have to be hungover. And the game
Oh,
has to be played in a university rec center at like 10:30 at night when
yep.
there's like 8 other games going on to replicate my best basketball performance.
Yep. Yep.
Then I think I could beat him with 10 because I would just put on defense, I'd put
7. 7
7
on him, 3
and
to
then
rebound.
3 to rebound. Yeah.
Yep. I think so. I'm only 6'2". I think I'd have a hard time. I think that would be tough. But when I was a little thicker, muscle wise, not fat wise, and I could hold my ground, I think 2 or 3 of us could fight the back down, you
Yeah.
know? He wouldn't like if we just stacked up, I think I could, and then one behind him to kind of like get the tip over if he needs to fade away. But it doesn't matter what phase of Brett, LeBron at any phase from his 8th grade year on is gonna be faster than me.
Yeah.
So that part's there's gonna be some ribs broken, I think, trying to take charges. I think
Yeah.
that's gonna be we'll foul him out. I think that's how I win, is I foul him out and I'm on from 3. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of far swing passes early, so he's running around, right? We're doing a lot of um, pass and cut, couple screens, get him tired. Get him tired, get the ball all over his head, put some deep shots up. Hopefully they go in. Not always the best for me. And then hopefully he starts getting frustrated and just going through my chest. And
Yeah.
I get him in foul trouble. And then what?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's my I'm saying 5, but that's definitely not true.
I I think you could do it with you put three on like you put three on him and two to rebound or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I could totally beat LeBron with 5 of me. Oh,
Well,
dumb.
I feel like that was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless
one thing I
unless you have
didn't
anything
talk
to add.
about.
Yeah.
So, if we were to do a Mount Rushmore, right, or a top whatever,
Yeah.
one thing that always gets the Michael Jordan people real hot is I'll be like, okay, LeBron's not the GOAT, right? He's not number one. But either is Michael, and people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has the second best running for GOAT over Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got so much praise because he was doing shit that nobody had ever seen before, right? But like Michael Jordan in the league right now would be like DeMar DeRozan, maybe.
Yeah.
That people who like Jordan don't love hearing that, but I'll stand by that. He was a midi king, right? Jordan didn't really have a great three-point shot.
Yeah.
Like it was good, but it wasn't amazing. You
Yeah.
know, like that wasn't really a thing at the time. I'm sure if he was in today's league, he would perfect that, right? And I've never said Jordan's bad by any means, but his skill set today is what most sixth men can do, you know? You get an athletic scoring two on the fucking Jazz, they're doing the same thing,
Yeah.
right? You watch most highlights and the shit that he did like isn't even close to what like these guys you've never heard of are doing anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think he's a current day DeMar DeRozan, and I think that's being generous to Jordan. Um, and I think Kareem, who was so good at basketball that they changed the rules in college to where dunking was illegal, so then he couldn't be as good as he was.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah. That is
No more
crazy.
dunking. So then what did he do? So, okay, I can't dunk the ball anymore. I'm going to make what then became the most statistically guaranteed or statistically highest percentage shot of all time, the sky hook,
Yeah.
right? He was so good that he has the highest make percentage on one type of shot there's ever been. He just
And
like
now
didn't miss the fucking sky hook.
and now no one does them anymore. They do like little baby hooks, but no one's throwing out like the like the giant sky hook.
Yeah. Yeah, and he
That's
would
too
just
hard.
fucking well, he would jump so high and he would just it was pretty much like he was throwing it down into the hoop, you know,
Yeah.
just putting it in from above. But yeah, I think the only person that has a chance to touch LeBron in GOAT status is Jokic if he wins 4 more championships and keep because his stats are fucking insane.
Yeah.
And he looks like your uncle at the family open gym playing, you know what I mean?
Jokic is like he yeah, he is the most like ridiculous player to look
Doesn't
at
want to
and
be
watch.
there,
Yeah.
doesn't really want to be there and like just plays the game like nobody is teaching anybody how to play basketball the way Jokic plays basketball.
Yeah.
And that's why he's so good. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, no, you
People can
shouldn't
fly.
shuffle backwards and then throw it up behind your head. You shouldn't do that. He does it every game
You
and he
shouldn't
makes it.
launch a outlet pass with one hand like cross
Hmm.
court, but whatever.
It's going to be in the numbers every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if it wasn't LeBron one, it's Kareem. It's Kareem and then it's LeBron and then it's Jordan, you know, and then it's probably Jordan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll usually put I think like 1 and 2 are LeBron and Kareem for me. Jordan
Yeah.
got so hyped because it was the beginning of Magic and Bird pumped up the NBA. They revived the NBA. It was dying. They brought back, they got it like they made it like a thing, right? Like Showtime like right? They made it so it was like fun again and like people cared. And then this guy who plays like a hooper plays comes to the league and is scoring all these points. He's acrobatic. He's a dog. He's an asshole. Jordan comes in when there's a bunch of national attention and media is now a worldwide thing. And that's why he is so touted as the best because more people were watching when he was the best,
Yeah.
you know? Like everybody loves Larry because he was a white guy that was dogging people. Everybody loves Magic because he was Larry's fucking enemy,
Yeah.
you know? And he was funny and happy-go-lucky and like he was showy and did all the crazy stuff. And he was big. He was big playing the one. He played weird. But I think they brought the league up in viewing and ratings and people caring about it. Jordan took that rise and blew it up with more whatever. And then I think LeBron became so fucking big like early because he was like the beginning of like the internet kind of,
Yeah.
like the very, very beginning of like news being spread about young people, Now you can go online and get a random highlight of some high school kid that you'll never hear again doing crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
But like LeBron was like the first of that, he made it into a magazine, he did all that, but now that's everywhere.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy that last part that you talked about, like Mac McClung, watching him, and I would have been in middle school or high school, I would have been like, this dude is him. Which Grant, like, give him some props. He's in the G League and like fighting to be in the
Bucket
league.
getter.
Yeah, which I
He's
kind
never
of feel.
not been a bucket getter.
Yeah, he kind of is. There, on pardon my take, they were talking about like he's just the dunk guy, which
Yeah.
he I think is trying to be more than that, as he should be, because he's a good
Yeah.
basketball player.
There's no way that there's 15 guys on every roster that are better than Mac McClung.
Yeah,
You
or like
know?
you we were, I think when I was up at your place last time, we were watching like random like Seventh Woods. Do you remember him?
Oh
Crazy.
yeah.
That was
Oh yeah.
insane. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
so many good highlight tapes.
Yeah. The
And those,
highlight tapes are one of the things that got me really into the league.
yeah,
Andrew Wiggins, I thought he was the next one.
yeah.
I really did. Yeah.
John Wall, kinda.
Oh, John Wall was my guy.
Yeah,
He's who got me into college basketball. Watching him with the two-tone blue and white sleeve.
yeah,
I'll never forget pass to the left, come to high post, set a screen, kind of leak out to right short corner, and then all of a sudden there's a pass and John Wall back here. That was crazy. That's what got me. I remember standing up and being like, "Holy shit! A point guard can do that shit."
yeah.
Yeah, love John Wall. Yeah, that's
Well,
really all.
do you have anything more to add? I feel like this is pretty good.
That's pretty good. I think LeBron's the GOAT.
Yeah,
He's the Nobody will ever touch any of his accolades. They might get the rebounding or assists, but nobody will ever touch the 10-point streak because you have to play for 23 years. Nobody will ever touch so much of his stuff. Like you go to his Wikipedia page, you got to scroll like a book.
yeah.
It was like overwhelming.
Like something that he, not that I know of, or nothing that's been publicly uh released. Like he, for the most part, he's been a pretty fucking solid dude. Like
That was the other thing I wanted to talk about.
like no scandalous activity whatsoever. Yeah, I mean he like
Yep.
accepted a Hummer when he was 19, or
Yep.
not even, when he was probably 17.
Yep.
And even then there was some like, probably, I don't know. It like he has been a
Yep.
pretty great guy for his entire career and has accepted like that. Yeah, he's definitely quirky and like I feel like it is a little like it
He doesn't read
sometimes.
those books. He don't read those
Yeah,
books.
like he's definitely doing some publicity stunts
Yeah.
that he knows are just for I don't know. Yeah, but
The only scandal I've ever heard of with LeBron is allegedly, he's been with Savannah since high school, right?
yeah,
Like that was his first whatever, his high school girlfriend, I'm pretty sure. The only scandal I've ever heard of is allegedly when he was in Miami, Rihanna was on the sideline a lot. And allegedly that is his only slip up. And can you blame it? Can you blame it? Okay. if that's a scandal, then fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But allegedly, right? Like that's not even proven. What else has he done? He built a school where everybody's there for free, gives them a bunch of free shit. His old high school, he's given a bunch of money to. Another thing, Midwest, where everybody hates him is when the I can't breathe, all, like shut up and dribble situation. Like he was too political on his stage, which a lot of his stuff, like it's not like he's like the most, like, he didn't go to college. He's not like super educated and all that. So he's using his massive stage without a whole lot of backing, but it's what he believes in.
Yeah.
Nothing was wrong that he was saying, but everybody that was on the other side is also somebody who probably likes LeBron or likes Jordan,
Yeah.
because they're old.
Yeah.
So that is another one where as soon as he started talking out about stuff, everyone was like, "Nah, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's really good at basketball, yeah, but he said something that I don't agree with in politics." And that is that's how you really stir up
Oh yeah.
the family gatherings.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
you don't like him? Why? Because he liked Barack Obama? Is that
Yeah.
why? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty no, I mean, I don't know when he's gonna retire, but maybe next year, maybe not. I don't know. I feel like he hasn't hinted at anything, but when he does, it's definitely crazy to look back at.
I've been thinking about, like, if you're him, like he's gonna have like, does he have a farewell tour or no?
Well,
You know what I
that's
mean? Like, does he do the whole like, this is my last year, everybody, and he deserves it. He
for sure.
absolutely deserves the, like, everywhere he goes, everyone's like freaking out that this is the last time he's gonna be there.
Well, like
But I could also see him being like, I'm out,
yeah.
and
Well,
not giving anyone closure.
the last time he was in Cleveland, they played that tribute video, and it was like, well,
Mhm.
is this? Do the Cavs know something we don't? Like, is he gonna retire? But
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. I saw a thing that they got James Harden, so then LeBron would go there. They're clearing up cap space for James Harden and LeBron.
Yeah, that sounds like a great combo.
Yeah,
I
ain't gonna work.
don't think you can pair James Harden up with anyone to like be like, ooh. I mean, like, you
He
could,
has
but
he has a case for greatest scorer of all time too in a 2-year run.
yeah, I
But
mean,
he
he was
was a
pretty.
free throw merchant. But
Yeah, fuck James Harden.
yeah, now LeBron is just trying to take the exciting whites somewhere, except he's really just riding the shoulders of 4 white dudes right now and just hoping for the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who? Luca, Austin
Luke,
Reeves.
Austin Reeves, Luke Kennard just
Luke
got traded
Kennard.
there. Who's a bucket? Like, I think I don't know if he's their sixth man or he starts. Like, he's good.
Yeah.
And he's like a good defender. He's very much a 3-and-D guy. And then they've got those 2 white boy rookies. Well, one's not a rookie. He was a rookie last
Oh,
year. The
Connect,
one
Dalton
that
Connect.
Dalton Connect, the one that got traded and then untraded. And then that other kid, he's like, I think he's foreign. He's got a weird name. Why can't I think of his name? Um, but yeah, there's 4 white dudes on their team that play considerable minutes, and and then it's LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
See what he can do with them.
Yeah,
Well,
probably nothing. I think he's done with the final. I
no.
don't think like he'll make it to the playoffs every year, but Luca right now, he knows you just got to give him the reins. I think he's tied or he just surpassed the most 30-point games in a row. Luca
Luca,
was, yeah, it was at 14. The number was 14 and he was tied. He was tied for that number.
you were saying earlier that when LeBron was in Miami, he would put weight on throughout the season, right?
Yeah.
Maybe LeBron is teaching that to Luca too. He's like,
Yeah.
just keep putting that weight on. It'll pay off.
Uh-huh.
It's like you need that extra restore to kick into when you're deep in
Yeah.
the
I just saw a thing
playoffs.
where Luca was doing a jersey swap and the guy was like going to take his jersey off. He was, no, 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 in the back, in the back. I don't want to take my clothes off out here. I don't want them to see me with my shirt off or something. Like he got caught on a hot mic, which is funny and also like poor guy's got body dysmorphia,
Yeah,
from everyone calling him fat, scores 30 points a game, still
yeah,
too fat. Super funny.
yeah. All
But
right,
I'll cry when LeBron leaves. It's all right.
yeah.
That's how it
My
goes.
timer thing just came up again, so
All right.
Hey, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Too bad
I'll
you're
let.
bad at fantasy football.
Yeah. Andrew, one. Do you want to shout out Andrew real quick?
Andrew, way to work. Um, I don't know why I'm getting punished for Ben being bad. I took second in my perspective league. It wasn't in your guys' league. Um, but uh, but yeah, way to work. Way to
Yeah,
work to the Wisconsin boys.
yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.